Hey guys, thanks for joining me for your twin flame clarification reading. I'm Kristen, and I wanted to just take a second and let everybody know about my intro video. It gives you an idea of who I am and what I'm all about. I also wanted to remind you to please subscribe, like, share, and comment. I like all feedback, so please don't feel hesitant to leave any kind of suggestions or information. Um, I wanted to also mention in the link below, I have my contact information. I do personal readings. I try to keep them very affordable, and I have all that information below. You can schedule by text, by email, and there's also my website link as well. I wanted to real fast talk about a very important date coming up, and that is the 21st. Not only is it a full moon, as you probably know, there's also a huge energy portal opening, and that's going to allow a lot of uploads, and it's going to give you some clarification and really just begin this cycle of transparency and success, and in all of the hard work that you've been doing and all of the roller coaster ride emotions you've been going through. Everything is going to start to kind of settle down, and really that power is going to come into your hands, in 2019. That's the whole point, is to grasp that energy and what you've learned and be able to apply it in that way. So I wanted to just remind everybody at this full moon to keep that in your forethought and in your intention. And if there's anything that you want to have transpire, or that you have some very important wishes that you would either like to release or bring in, now is the time to get all of that organized and write it all out so that you can set those out with your intentions on the full moon on the 21st. So with that said, I am going to go ahead and get started with your twin flame reading. All right, let's go ahead and ground ourselves and set our intention into this reading. Thank my spirit team for being with me and for guiding us into the right information and whatever we need to guide us. All right, guys. This is for all signs. This is for anyone who's been in the twin flame journey for a little bit. I myself am in a twin flame journey, so I understand what's been going on. It's not been easy, but I do feel things are settling down. I feel like a clarification is coming. All of the difficulties that have been happening, it's starting to really not only come into a clear understanding, but also I'm accepting why, all of the things. Maybe it's for other people as well, but even when I was a child, everything's just starting to kind of click into place, and even old interests that I've had are starting to come out, and I really enjoy what's happening with the new energy that I've got as well. I've been through my karmics. Yes, I have, just like you. And at this point, I am thrilled to be past that into my own and really just enjoying. It's a lot of cards. Really enjoying life. All right. Interesting. All of the runner flipped up, or flipped down, and all of yours are flipped right side up. Now, a little bit about me. I do not take reversals. Wow, what a lovely set of cards. I don't take reversals. I think that's kind of, they're pretty clear and straightforward as they are, so take it as I get it. All right. My nose got a little itchy there. What's going on there? All right. So, for the runner, we've got the Lover's card, Ascension, not surprised, and the Sage of Chalices. And the chalices are cups. So, another thing about me, I feel out every single card, whether it's literally taken or intuitively taken. Take it as I get it, and I will let you know. So, with the Lovers, Ascension, and the Cups. You know, this is really, it kind of goes down the line of where we've already been with our runners, right? They have a lot of growth happening. They have a lot of insight. They've got a lot of information swirling around that they've never had before, right? They're watching the signs. They're watching how it's all unfolding. And I really believe that each moon cycle has had a lot to do with all of the intuitive messages that have come through. So I really do think that this falls deeply in line with their focus. You know, they're really focusing on what this Lovers situation is all about. What does it mean in the bigger picture of their lives, right? This is not a quick deal. They're not looking for a quick relationship. This is about a long-lasting situation, and they're wanting to provide that love and that guidance. And right now they're just trying to get the rest of their ducks in order so that they can come forward and look like they've got everything in order, because it's important, right? Especially if you're dealing with an earth sign. It's important to them that they are really focusing on how they want to get that together, as every sign should. Organization, focusing on yourself, right? That's been kind of the biggest key is doing just that. You know, karma. The runner has been just really trying to work on getting ourselves right and understanding all of the karmic lessons and really figuring out what it all means and why we're in this situation. The Seven of Cups. So, you know, sevens, I try not to look too far into them, but it's about, I feel like this card is telling you that it's about overcoming, you know, all of the difficulties. You made it. It's all about stepping, just like it shows, stepping up the ladder of success and knowing that you're coming into this this newness about yourself. And the Six of Cups is exactly that, right? It's finding that balance and being in harmony. And really, in my opinion, this is one of the biggest kickers to, you know, the next step actually moving forward, is being sure that we have balance. Especially right here, you can see the children. You know, without that family balance, that ability to find that peace in everything that you're doing, and not just calling the title, but when you come home and shut that door, everything's at peace in your world, and you found a way to make that happen. When this happens, and it's probably the hardest part in my world, is creating a consistent balance that replicates the life that I'm seeking, right? And the partner that I'm seeking. It's a tall order. It's going to be a high standard, and in order to do that, I can't beat around the bush with the universe. They're watching, right? We have to make sure we're keeping all of our ducks in a row, just like our partner is, right? Or the balance isn't equal, and we're not going to get what we want, nor are they. And I think everyone's waiting for that last piece of clarifying, getting everything kind of in order, and making sure that we are moving forward in the right direction. All right. I get a little bit of clarification here of the outcome and the near future. Let me use a different set here. It's really beautiful. I think it goes in line really well with how things have been going and what we've all been dealing with, you know, all of the twin flames, all of the divine masculines. Everybody's really been going through this transformation of our souls and our intentions and our beliefs, and how we actually live those out, and how we implement those into our lives, right, and into our relationships, because that's really what it's all about. If we're raising vibrations, we can't do that if we are pretending, right, that we're living the life that we're actually supposed to be. There's a flipper there, but there's a lot of them. I'm going to flip them back over. New cards. Okay. It's 3. Take that one for our runner. It's not supposed to be in there. I really feel like December is kind of the completion month of everything we've been going through. I say we just because I can relate. But I really feel like it's coming to a closure. You know, whatever the ending result is, I truly believe that positivity or an optimism is really the key factor. You know, it's not necessarily setting in on one desire or one outcome. It's really staying open to the best case scenario, right, for you in your life. That's really what it's all about. Sometimes that's not always the same as what we want, but when we know deep down inside what it means for us, what it's done for us, whether it's motivating our whole life or just completely transforming it into something new, that deep connection, those feelings, those changes you see, all of those things are undeniable. So don't get me wrong, those things are real, and they are there for a reason. So for the runner, we got the King of Wands. This is for the near future. And as I said, I really feel like December is kind of coming to a closure of all of this healing and all of this coming together. And I feel like that's exactly what they're doing. You can see these little babies down here. You know, they've transformed into a new person, and they've learned everything that they need to do, and they know that it's time, and they're pretty serious about it too. They're ready for this. And the Six of Wands. So I feel like this is really in harmony with what you had already. It's about being able to manifest everything that you've created and everything that you've worked for. We've done a lot of manifesting, right? Lots of work on ourselves and our family. And we're feeling at peace with that. And once this happens, once this harmony comes and we know it's there and we have faith in that harmony, that's when the change happens. And he's ready. She, it's for either. They're ready. So now's the time to just stay where you are. You've worked hard. You just need to stay positive and have faith. That really is the most difficult part. So I pulled the Five of Pentacles for the future outcome, which is great. That's a beautiful card. That's having structure and balance and that stability in the relationship. And you know, Pentacles is all about the same thing: structure, stability, long term, really putting the work into making this work. So this is not a short term situation, and twin flames aren't. Generally, you know, that's one of those things where it's a long-term, lifelong situation. Whether you're running and chasing all the time is one thing, but you're in it together forever. So there I pulled the Queen of Swords and the Empress, and this is for your future outcome. So you know, this is about always making sure you're clear on your faith, you're clear on your communication. This is about, if you want this relationship to last, then you need to make sure that you are always straightforward, right? No hiding anything, no feeling like you've got, you know, the one up in the relationship, or that that balance needs to be, that scale needs to be balanced. You can't have more than the other. It doesn't work that way. And it's up to you to keep it that way, right? You're very intuitive. You know what you want. You're able to get what you want. And you're in control of the situation. So as long as you're maintaining your belief systems and who you are, and you're going to be, it's fine. Everything in the end, in the future outcome, everything becomes whatever it is that you want, really manifesting, right? You still have control over whether or not you're going to be in the running and chasing position. But as long as you understand why you're here, that you've worked really hard to get here, and it's been a long journey, I don't think you're really wanting to go far from this. In the end, it's a lesson now you get to learn together, right? And that's what it's all about. That's the best part of it. So I think that's a really beautiful reading. I'm going to end it off with a clarifier from, an advice card from the Lightworker Oracle cards, just to give you kind of an idea if there's anything else that you need to know. I want you to be able to leave this session and feel like you've got something that you can take with you and think about and will help you on your path to maintaining exactly where it is that you want it to go. All right. I'm going to pull one for the Divine Masculine, which I was calling the Runner. Clarification, wisdom for our Divine Masculine. Anything he needs to know on his journey to get to this next chapter. And our Divine Feminine. She needs to know. He, she. It's too many. Sorry. I like them to be clear, especially with these, because there's a big message in all of them. All right. So for the Divine Masculine, we got invitation to connect, right? So this card is really about, and I'm going to read the affirmation. It's about, to me, this feels like Divine Masculines found their way. Now it's time to really connect to that and to commit to that, to stick with it. And that's going to be a really important part to, my throat got a little, so communication, really big for the Divine Masculine. That's what that tells me. All right, guys. Invitation to connect. Love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong to the human race exist in our worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing and able to help us move forward. Unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown, you have an open mind and a receptive heart. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a receptive channel for their unconditionally loving assistance in this world. You will both benefit from this individually and help the planet. So you are being offered an invitation to connect. Okay, the invocation. As a member of the human race, through my own free will and for the greatest good, I call upon the beings that resonate with the quality of unconditional love and wish to assist humanity and Earth to evolve on the path of divine love. I ask for the unconditionally loving ascended masters that serve Christ consciousness to be the gateway through which permission is confirmed for these beings to enter the Earth's field and assist humanity according to divine will, grace, and love. May all beings be happy and free. So be it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, one of the things about this journey that I've felt really connected to is the belief that once we unite, and there's many of us that are uniting around the same time, that really is an invitation as a whole to raise the vibration, right? To bring humanity and love and oneness back together. And that affirms it very nicely. And for the Divine Feminine, you got the pink rose of Lady Nada. And let me read what that is. It's a really pretty card there. The rose. You are in the midst of a heart healing, a healing of the fears and anxieties that have held you back from enjoying your full magnificence. Lady Nada is here with all her gentle power, washing you in soft pink light. All anger, fear, sadness, bitterness, disappointment, and hurt are soothed and loved into peace. She brings you a sign of your future blossoming into deeper love. That's very nice. Beautiful. Let's see. The invocation. I gratefully receive the rose light, the blessing of Lady Nada in unconditional love. My heart softens and opens. The pink light of her rose blessings fills me with sweet perfume. I let go. I feel safe and held. I know that I'm loved always. I'm grateful now and always for love's protection, intervention, guiding hand, and tender grace in my life. And always. May I know myself to be worthy of love and love myself truly so that I can truly and freely give love to others and to the world. May all beings truly know love through my own free will, so be it. Yeah, so it's, that's really going along well. This is about, faith and also knowing your worth. It's really important going forward here that you remember all that hard work that you've put into it, that you remember you are worth every single thing that you get good in your life. You've worked for that. Everything that comes to you, you've asked for it in some way or another, good and bad. But at this point, I feel like you've done all the hard work, and it's about having faith that good is coming and that you are absolutely worth every single piece that's coming to you. And this is really, again, just stating that it's important to commit to this, and it's important to recognize all of the changes and how important the union is really to not only yourselves but to the world, because this is what it's all about. This is what's going to help move us to the next step, and 2019 is a perfect time to get everybody on the same page, right? So with that said, that is your reading. I hope this resonated. I forgot to mention it as a general reading, so if it resonated, keep it. If it doesn't, let it go. And otherwise, I hope that it did, and I hope to see you again soon. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I don't take any comments. I don't take anything personally, so feel free to leave anything. I love suggestions, but please subscribe, and we can get this out to more people. Thank you so much, guys.